Hello everyone, I'm Ismael Castell and I'm going to explain something that I found very shocking the first time I realized it. And probably most of us have a Facebook or any other social network accounts. But I guess that not many people know that your bank can deny you a credit because of the information that you have on your Facebook account. And not only because of your own information, but also from the information from your friends. And think about it. If some of your friends have problems paying their credits, well, you are in the same circle, so you may have more problems than other people to pay it. And your bank can use this kind of information to take their decisions. But it is not only the information that you have on your Facebook account. The International Monetary Fund suggested that in the future a credit score may be based on your browsing history. And how do they know our browsing history? Well, in fact, there are many different ways to collect this information directly from the website. They are the so-called web tracking techniques, and they are present in more than 95% of the websites. So please, at this moment, assume that many companies know everything that you do online. And this information is not only used by your bank, but also, for instance, by your insurance company. If you do a risk sport, well, you have more probability of dying than other people, so they can use this information to deny you some coverage. But your private data is not only important from your own privacy point of view, but also from the cybersecurity point of view. It has been found that cybercrime groups buy this data to find targets for their phishing and hacking campaigns. And what is the information that they look for? Well, they are mainly interested in information about the executives of many different companies with credentials that give access to key systems inside their companies. And reports demonstrate that most of them, in fact, have information listed in those services, including very important information like your family, your relatives, or even the IP address of your home network, not your office, but your home network. So they can try to hack your specific router or use your personal email for their phishing purposes. And now I'm going to present our solution to this problem. It's called ePrivo.eu. It is a web service where anyone can search for a website and see its privacy friendliness. It is still in beta phase, but it will give you a lot of information about the web tracking systems being used in the background or the tracking resources loaded by the website. But let me comment here that blocking web tracking is not so much difficult once you know what to block. In fact, most probably many of you already use an ad blocker that can at some extent block these kind of things. But the most difficult thing is to find unknown web tracking systems. And for that purpose, our system uses two state-of-the-art detection mechanisms. I'm going to explain them here very briefly, and it is more complex than this, but first let's assume that we have all the website code of all the websites partitioned in different code portions, and this is one of those portions. And what we do is to look for all the websites that load this specific code portion. And for instance, we find it present in several websites, but looking in detail to those websites and to those URLs, we notice that for most of them, we already know that they are tracking the user. Then, well, this code portion is most probably being used for tracking purposes. But then, what happens with these two websites that we don't have information about them? Well, if they include this specific code portion, then they are also performing tracking. So we can automatically classify them as trackers, and this is the way that we find unknown web tracking. And finally, before ending my presentation, let me comment here that we have tried to get funding for this research in several venues, including GÉANT, but it has been completely impossible, zero. But we do really believe that our detection systems can be included inside a browser so they can help to protect everyone's privacy. So, well, if anyone knows a call or has contact with some company or a major browser that can be interested in helping us to continue our research, well, please contact us in this email or talk with me after the session. I hope you find it interesting, and thank you very much for your attention.